Hello and greetings to you all. I hope you're all staying well and staying safe. When I was a young boy, I had this phobia. It is the fear of dead human bodies. I think it started when I was around 7 or 8 years old. There was this bus passenger in our province that had an accident, and it was raining, and the windows and the door was closed, but the impact of that accident caused the bus to be on fire. And all inside the bus, none of them were able to escape. That's what we heard. And they all got burnt. And so the authorities dumped those bodies in the funeral home not far away from where we lived. But then an older cousin of mine, probably trying to prove that he was brave, took us younger cousins, I was around 7 or 8, into the funeral home. And there I was witnessing and seeing this scary, these charred, burnt bodies. And that to me was terrifying. And I think that is the reason why since then I never went to any funeral home. I had this phobia, I had this fear of going to any funeral service. In fact, the first funeral service I went to was after my graduation from the seminary and I became a pastoral trainee. And one of my first assignment was to officiate a funeral service. And I was scared, but I think that experience, because it's part of my job, but that experience helped me to come out of that phobia. But it was still scary. But through the years, that phobia is gone. We understand that death should not be feared because Jesus Christ has conquered death. It says in the scriptures, "Oh, death, where is your sting? Death is lost." We see that. But there's one particular scripture in Ecclesiastes that I want to share to us listening right now. It says in Ecclesiastes 7, verse 2, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for this is the end of all mankind, and the living will lay to heart." It's saying that it is good to think about death because by thinking about that, it moves us to think of what is really important. Lay to heart. What what is it that really matters? It's saying here it's better to go to a funeral than maybe go to a party. Now that might be something difficult for us to think, but that is what the scripture says. In Ecclesiastes 7:4 says, "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of laughter." So when we think of our own death, we think of the one who defeated death, Jesus. He was without sin. He died so that we may live. And he is the only door that we can enter so that we can come out of that death and we may live forever.